How's it going, YouTube? This is Wake, Run, Collapse. Welcome to box number 3 out of a full case of 20 of Japanese Shining Legends. Boxes 1 and 2 might be in the books, but that doesn't mean you can't go back and check them out for yourself if you happen to have missed them. And of course, if you're new to the channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing, as I do Japanese openings and only Japanese openings just about as often as I can stand it, including 400 total booster packs of this new Shining Legends set, in an effort to get as close to completion as we possibly can. So as I was sat down to film this, I was struck by a thought, just how monumentally good this particular set, Shining Legends, is in comparison to Sun and Moon 1 Plus and Sun and Moon 2 Plus. I'm just struck by just how much better it is. As we get our first pack, Ultra Ball, Croconaw, Purloin, Ivysaur, Venusaur, and a Shaman, lots of grass at the end. I was really struck by how much better it is, because when you look at the purchasing power of getting a booster box of one of these versus something else, like, let's just assume for the moment that the pull rates for, super rares, hyper rares, etc. is the same, that about one in every other box is going to have something. I think that's a fair assumption to make, so far, at the very least. That's what we're experiencing, although we have a very small sample size. But if you think about it, the booster boxes cost the same. They're both right under 4,000 yen. And let's just compare it to Sun and Moon 2 Plus, which I think is slightly better. You've got a box of Sun and Moon 2 Plus has 80 cards in it. A box of Sun and Moon 3 Plus has 120 in it. So that's a big difference right out of the gate. The set is a lot bigger. At 72 cards, it's a lot bigger. So it depends. If you value mirror foil cards very highly, then maybe it's a closer fight. But boxes like these have regular holos in every pack, and the other sets don't have them at all. Like, not even a little bit. Because you get a Marshadow holo there. I mean, what's the big selling point of Sun and Moon 2 Plus beyond the GXs and, of course, like the full arts, the hyper rares, etc.? What's the next big thing? Alola Ninetales in mirror foil? Just an uncommon card? Doesn't even appear in every box? Whereas if you're an adult or a kid in a card shop in Japan, and you walk in and you want to buy a booster pack, you get more cards, you're guaranteed a holo, and sometimes you'll pull something awesome, like this Raichu GX Full Art, which is just a wonderfully weird way to pull our first Raichu. It's pretty cute, though. Yeah, it's pretty cute. I kind of like that, yeah. Here's your Raichu. Raichu Full Art. Now we just need the regular GX, which hopefully is lurking somewhere in that box. Anyways, we've got Powerful Spark for the first attack, which does 20, plus an extra 20 for every lightning energy on your side of the field. Thunder in there does 160, but you do 30 to yourself. And 120 down there is Volt Tackle GX, which also paralyzes. So that's pretty cool. Quick zoom in there. 74 out of 72. I don't know how well that's coming out. That's way better. Oh, with the super rare. Of course, the card is sleeved, so you won't get insane amounts of bounce off of there, but it's still looking pretty awesome. How about that? We got our Raichu. Yeah, I think that counts. But anyways, I'm so struck by how an argument to the contrary that Sun and Moon 3 Plus is not as good as the strengthening expansion packs that preceded it holds no water and is essentially indefensible. Unless you have like an unhealthy obsession with mirror foil cards, which don't have all that much to offer in comparison to a set like this, which fixes so many problems. Anyways, I digress. Let's pay attention to the card, shall we? Lily, Golett, Plusle, Breloom, Golurk. Really? This is getting weird. We're 3 for 3 on a card with a 25% pull rate. This is strange. I mean, it's cool, and it'll probably balance itself out with additional further boxes, but it's just weird. I feel kind of bad, not for me, but for you guys who've seen a Shining Rayquaza in all 3 videos. There's other Shinings in the set, I promise. There's a Mew, there's a Jirachi, there's a Celebi, you know? There's other stuff out there. We hope to pull it. We're hoping to pull it. I don't want a Rayquaza in every box. Switch, Ivysaur, Scraggy, Incineroar, Feraligatr. It's actually kind of cool. And there's our regular Raichu GX. Pretty awesome. Lost a little bit of luster by having the full art preceded, but it's still pretty awesome. And that, ladies and gents, completes our Common to Holo plus GX set. I think you can call GXs a little bit less rare than the Shinings, because you can pull up to 4 GXs in a box. And I've yet to see anybody pull 3 Shinings in a box. There's another Virizion. Always nice to see. But I think it might confuse people, so I'll have to be clear when the sale video comes around about what Common to GX means. I don't know, anyways. We've got How, Purloin, Ekans, Liepard, Volcarona, and a Palkia. Just our second Palkia. So he did not appear in box 1 and appeared... Ooh, I gotta move. Ugh. Only once in box 2. Only once. So we've got a Damage Remover, which is really not much of a damage remover. Well, I mean, it is for the one you play it on, but not for you as the player. Bulbasaur, Pikachu, Litten, and Floatzel. That's a really cute pack. How are we going to ruin this with a holo? That's about right. That's about right. I think most of us would struggle to picture a baby like Chibi Reshiram. Even though it's already like existed, I suppose, but I don't know, it'd just be weird. Pokemon Breeder, Quillfish, Voltorb, Stunfisk, Venusaur, and another Shaman. I'm actually kind of struggling to pull sleeves out of the pack because of the setup of deck boxes that I have just floating around over there. Because I've simply been rubbish at catching up with that kind of stuff. Super Scoop Up, Zorua, Torracat, Totodile, a Scrafty, and a Raikou. Speaking of Raikou, but not specifically Raikou, more speaking of the Shining Lugia that I hope to pull in this next pack here. They tried and failed and then successfully released legendaries in Pokemon Go today. So that's fun. I don't know why it just popped up to me. Ooh, there's another Hoopa. Cool. But I've kind of been following along with not so much the social media reaction, as I'm trying not to get involved with that, though it did happen by accident. But more or less actually focusing on what is being done and how this qualitatively, changes the game for people. And I think their screw-up is egregious, but I think they're doing their best to fix it. Sophocles, Minun, a Buizel, Carnivine, Spiritomb, and a Mewtwo GX. Very, very nice. That's cool thumbnail material. I mean, so is my Rockin' Beach Ball that I have in my imagination, but nobody wants that as a thumbnail. So we've got Great Ball, Golett, Shroomish, a Plusle, Feraligatr, and a Keldeo. Starting to wonder what that next Shining's gonna be. Starting to wonder. I mean, it can't be a Rayquaza, right? If we pull a Shining Rayquaza in box 4, you guys are just gonna eat it up. Lily, Zorua, Croconaw, Torkoal, Liepard, and Latios. It's looking increasingly like I picked a great first box. Ultra Ball, Ekans, Litten, Purloin, Breloom, lots of L's in this pack. And there's an L that I take in another duplicated Shining, in Shining Arceus. This is weird. You get 2 Shinings per box. I've opened 3 boxes, and I've only pulled 3 different Shinings. It's cool, like, Arceus is cool. I know that someone's going to want this card. I'm not concerned about unloading it. I just wish they'd been spaced a little differently. I'm going to go like 13 boxes in before I pull my first like Shining Jirachi or something like that. All because of these extra Rayquazas and Arceuses? RCI? Do you give it the octopus plural or the cactus plural? I don't know. Someone's going to answer that in the comment section. Maybe not correctly, but someone's going to answer it. Switch, Bulbasaur, Torracat, Golurk, Floatzel, and Yveltal. Looks like we've got 1 more pack left in the box. Yep, 1 more pack left in the box. 0 more packs left in the box now. Let's pull something good, shall we? We've got Hau, Pikachu, Scraggy, Volcarona, Stunfisk, and a Zekrom Holo is going to close out box number 2. Yes, indeed. Let's move these back. Still got a couple cards we did not previously have, including one in particular that was very important. So at least there was plenty to enjoy. Still though, I do gotta fix this Shining thing that's going on here. Holos for this opening: Shaman, Latios, Yveltal, Marshadow, Manaphy, Virizion, Palkia, Reshiram, Shaman, Raikou, Hoopa, Keldeo, Latios, Zekrom, and Yveltal. We also got Shinings of Rayquaza and Arceus. Sounds kind of familiar. Mewtwo GX, Raichu GX, and the Raichu GX Full Art, the super rare print of Raichu. Looking all cute and stuff. Look at you. Gucci, Gucci, goo. Anywho, thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you haven't hit the like button down below to let me know that you appreciated this video, that you enjoyed this video, please go down there and do so. I'd really appreciate it. Box 4 will be coming at you soon. I don't know exactly the upload schedule for that just yet, but I can assure you it and its 16 identical twin brothers and sisters will be coming in due time for you to enjoy with your eyeballs and with your eardrums. So stay tuned for that. Stay subscribed if you haven't done it already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.